All right, viewers, we are visiting the 10.1 billion naira Ekwulobia Flyover construction and its associated infrastructure. Yes, so last month being March 2025, an additional 2.1 billion naira was approved for the installation of iconic lighted cable structures on the flyover, enhancing its aesthetic appeal. Yes, if you can remember, this construction started around 2023 with an expected completion period of 18 months. Yes, and the target period to conclude this job was around December 2024. And I bet you that the target was met because the job was completed actually around December last year. And why it has not been opened, I believe, is because of this recently awarded iconic lights on the Ekwulobia Flyover. Yes, if you can remember, before the construction commenced, there was demolition along that area of Ekwulobia roundabout, stretching through the adjoining roads of the four places. But the demolition was the first lesson that people learned in this administration. That was when the popular 45.72 meters was all over the places, all over the news, announcing it that people should not have any structure within this range, that the range belongs to the government. So, but before this job commenced, about 500 buildings went down. Yes, the project necessitated the demolition of over 500 buildings to make it workable. And approximately 480 affected landlords received compensation. And there are efforts, then to address the remaining ones that are yet to receive the compensation. And I believe that by now they must have done with the compensations to every other affected buildings along this line of construction. But you remember initially resistance from the community has shifted later into support, recognizing the long-term benefit of the infrastructure development. So viewers, we just left Agulu Junction moving towards Ekwulobia Flyover. And I bet you that serious work is ongoing here. Stone base laying, they are long ago done with the drainage construction by both sides. And that both side drainage construction is one of the good ideas of road construction presently, because that will help this road to last. Yes, many of the roads being done by Governor Charles Soludo always have drainage by both sides. And the drainages is one of the things that makes road to last. But honestly speaking, the drainages has to be cleaned. If they are not cleaned, it's as good as not having drainages by both sides. Owing that some of the drainages, the slope is not that much. And the good part of drainage is that water is flowing freely inside it. And if little thing falls inside, or sand has already dumped inside the gutters, it's not going to allow waters to flow freely. Another thing I observed in our drainage construction is that, most of the times they will just come and dig gutters and go. Drainages are supposed to be functional. What makes it functional? The slope and everything is what makes it functional, where they are flowing into, well properly channeled into where they will empty. Yes, that is an important aspect of drainage construction. And viewers, we are moving down to Ekwulobia Flyover construction. And already I've learned that that place has been cleared. All those people trading under the flyover, I learned they've been cleared them, and we are going there to see for ourselves what really that's under the flyover, what it looks like presently. So that is where we are going now. So, but before we arrive at that flyover, we are looking around what AG Vision is doing here. You know, AG Vision is controlling from somewhere Nanka down to Ga. That is their jurisdiction of construction. And honestly speaking, they are doing wonderfully well, even though the target completion month is 12 months. And this month, complete it 12 months. By next month, they should be rounding up with this project. And from what I'm seeing, I believe they will make the target because the job is almost done and, remaining to be dusted. Yes, right now we are moving along the Ekwulobia, Oga, and Amobia road dualization that is going on presently in Anambra State. This is a federal road, and there has not been any major construction or major reconstruction on this road after the first, construction done on it around 1979. And every other construction on it is just some patchwork. So people have been managing it till this period that the Governor Charles Soludo decided to do a major reconstruction on this road. Invariably, the road is going to serve as a catalyst to many economic activities in Anambra State, and the road is coming with a, toll plaza around that Oga axis. And from what I have seen so far, this area is what is holding AG Vision. Once they get this area done, it means that they've successfully connect Ekwulobia Flyover. The other side, I know they must have advanced, at the last stage of that construction. I mean, from Ekwulobia down to Ga, they have really advanced job that side. But this place is what is really holding them from completing this project. And AG Vision, they are doing wonderfully well. Them and the Guild, they are the best contractors we have in Anambra State, and their ratings are just the same. These two contractors I've mentioned, that is my own perception anyway, and that person might have a different view about them. So we are still moving along Nanka axis. After Agulu, you get to Nanka. After Nanka, you hit down to Ekwulobia. That is the way this axis is. If you watch this place is bigger. It looks like a labor, you can see. It looks like a turn. Yes, that reminds me, our turning, the turnings, we don't, it's as if we don't consider, the contractors don't consider trailers. These trailers, they are special vehicles, they don't turn anyhow. So, and trailers and large trucks, for them to turn, they will need a spacious place. They will need a bigger place to turn. That is very important why we are doing the construction. Some of these towns should have this kind of large space at both sides so that the trailers and the big trucks can turn easily and not constitute problems while turning in a narrower place, causing traffic hold up along the road. I believe that I've made this point very clear. And if anybody has something to contribute in that regards, yes, go ahead. Let's hear you out. And we are going to hit Ekwulobia Flyover and have our say on what is going on around that place. So here now, if you turn left, you are going to see the Ekwulobia Modern Market and Park. That is the location. That is the red roof you are looking at. Look at it here. Ekwulobia Modern Market and Park. Yes, that job has been concluded. Both the parks and the market is now completed. So, but we are moving down to Ekwulobia Flyover to have a view of that area. Also, I observed something they did in front of the Ekwulobia Modern Market and Parks. You see the edges of that's where these road dividers, where they end, the median, the edges, the curved parts, they have to use heavy concrete there. And I nearly said it one certain time. Look at it, this edges here, they need a heavy concrete that will cover that area to avoid easy breakage. If not, before 6 months, all those corners are gone if they are not heavily fortified with concrete at the turning. Or sometimes vehicle will have problems in turning and they will run over them and they will scatter. So they need concrete reinforcement around them to make them stronger and last longer. So from here now, this is part of the adjoining roads of Ekwulobia Flyover. You know, we have 4 adjoining roads, all of them making up about 4 kilometers in length. The longest being the one coming from Isuofia, yes, and the shortest being the one going to Oko. That is the way it is done. And yeah, nothing has started at the road median in terms of whether they are going to cover it with concrete or grasses, because they are yet to do that. But I know it's going to carry grasses, you know, to make it a bit lively, because those green grasses are nice if they can be kept in shape, in good shape at all times, not allowing them to overgrow, blocking the view of other vehicles coming from opposite direction. That is the disadvantage of having them with grasses, except if they can be taken care of. So you can see the underneath the flyovers are cleared, but though people are still there, you know, doing one thing or the other. You can see, you know, I know our people now. Some of these POS people, they've started hanging under it. Small time now, other petty traders join, those with tray. If you give them chance again, those with table, they will join. And the kiosks and the rest of them will join later. That is the way they function. But I have a solution as my own contribution towards making that place secured without making people coming to trade under it. And I bet you, if you have your own say, if you have anything to say in that regards or anything I've said about this video, please come along. Let's hear you. So, but before then, we are climbing on top of the flyover. Virtually nothing is going on here. And like I said, a new contract was awarded for this flyover. Yes, if you are not aware, last month, the governor awarded a contract of 2.1 billion, you know, for the installation of iconic lighted cables structures on the flyover. That is going to enhance the aesthetic appeal of this flyover. Well, such you appreciate it more in the night, yes. And this is the view of the Ekwulobia shopping mall. Then aside the iconic lighting for this flyover, probably is going to come along with the street lights. Yes, because they are all about lighting system. Then I find out that this place is too low. If really this edge is meant for people to walk on, though I don't see the reason why somebody will leave moving underground and be following this overpass. I don't know why the flyover, sorry. I don't know why somebody will leave it and be suffering himself climbing through the flyover, except if the person just want to have a sightseeing from the flyover, that's having the flyover view. If not, there is no need climbing on top of this flyover. And why I'm saying this is that, okay, this man is trying to scrape off some, excessive parts that blends to this joining part of the flyover. Trying to smoothen it up, level it up to have a smooth blend. If not, it might constitute some little damage to those edges. And that is the road to Isofia. So what I was saying is that the protective walls, that they are too low, very, very low. Honestly, it is very, very low, except if there is plan for handrails. Honestly, they are very low. So, but let's wait and see what happens. It may be too early to conclude. That is what I am saying. So we are moving down towards the other side. But like I said, we want to have a complete view of this place and see the update concerning this place. Yes, so just for a quick reminder, this flyover construction is not just about flyover construction. There are other associated projects that goes along with it. The Ekwulobia shopping mall is part of the project and is being done by the AG Vision. And the fuel station is part of it, security office, the fire station. Then I learned that there is a sewage treatment facility. I'm yet to establish the spot of the sewage treatment facilities and also landscaping. Landscaping is part of this project. And for now, we've not seen anything on that landscaping. Planting of special grasses along the road, I think is part of the landscaping. And that job is yet to commence up till now. So, but let's wait and see. I know it is either the other way or the other way. That is either they may decide to use concrete to cover it up, or they will use grasses to cover it up. In any way they choose, we will see the outcome in no very distant time. And each one they choose has its own advantage and disadvantages of choosing them. So let's see how it goes in that regards. This is the end of the Ekwulobia Flyover, the Nanka end. You can see they blocked it, not allowing vehicles to pass through it because it is yet to be completed. It's not that a vehicle cannot drive over it, but other facilities are yet to be in place. That's why they've not allowed vehicle to started climbing over it. If not, that flyover is ready around December 2024. That is 4 months ago. It has been ready. But like I said, they cannot allow vehicles to use it until completion is assured. Also, I have not forgotten my initial statement concerning what will be done under this Ekwulobia flyover that has been erected. And, like play, just like yesterday, the job started, but now it has fully been erected and the structure is standing firm at the heart of Ekwulobia. Yes, if you know what this place used to be before, you will appreciate this project a great deal. Yes, you heard me well, and I am one of them that appreciate this project. Now, look under this flyover, you see people hanging around. Even I spotted POS people sitting within that place. So, but like I want to suggest, you see, they are going to, if they really want to get this place to avoid people coming in here, because if they leave it like this, people must surely come back to this place. Even if they carry the whole security in Anambra State, come and keep them here. At a point, they are going to start trickling in one by one. So my suggestion here is to have a rail, handrails, barricade, strong one, or is not, if possible, use good irons, these strong irons to round it up at every edge of this place. You see, all the edges under that flyover, you see, towards the road curbs at the edge, round it up, round, cover it with iron so that it will not allow anybody crossing it into the place. That is the only way to get it done. All of them, the stretches down to the flyover base, everywhere, use iron to cover it up, except on another idea, they can still use it as a car park, but I wonder how many cars can be contained there. And the nature of this place cannot allow car park to be. It cannot, because the space is not enough. It's not like some other places that has big and enough space. That is the second option, but the space available may not be quite okay for a car park to be established under there. Well, the best option, like I said, is the first one. The second option, no way. In fact, the second option is not supposed to even come in this particular place. But places like some flyovers that does not have roundabout like this, yes, can have car park, like the one at New Pass. That of New Pass is very spacious. Under it is quite spacious. That flyover is quite big. So that one, they use it as car park underneath, and it doesn't have a roundabout under it. So with this, I come to the end of this video. Until I come your way next time, I'm still Chinedu. I say bye for now.